Have you ever laid awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling and asked yourself, why the hell am I still holding on? It's not for the money, not for the likes, not for applause. You just don't want to leave this world without knowing you lived for something. Every one of us is born into a war, not against other people, but against the emptiness inside ourselves. You think you're chasing money, you think you're chasing success, but really, you're just looking for meaning. Viktor Frankl, the guy who survived Auschwitz once said, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. That's not motivational fluff. That's a man who stared death in the face, saying, meaning is what separates survival from surrender. So don't live by someone else's script. Stop letting other people's expectations define you. You ever work like hell and still feel empty inside? You're not broken. You're just aiming at the wrong target. You're not lazy. You just haven't found something that lights your fire. Because real motivation doesn't come from wanting to get rich. It comes from wanting your life to matter. Even if it's just once where you lie in bed and say, today I didn't waste it. The real pain in life isn't the struggle, it's the blindness. Not knowing who you're doing it for, not knowing why the hell you're even getting up in the morning. So you procrastinate, you second guess yourself, you lose momentum, but don't beat yourself up. This world is loud, so loud you forgot how to hear your own voice. You live so fast you never even ask the question, who am I? Listen, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't need to fit the mold to earn your worth. You don't need applause to justify your existence. Your value isn't up for vote. Your meaning isn't measured in paychecks, degrees, or followers. Meaning is something you create. You can have nothing, but you better believe in something. You don't need all the answers, but you better be asking the right damn questions. You think you need more time. No, you need a reason. You think you need more energy. No, you need direction. Here's the brutal truth. The world won't wait for you to figure it out. It'll keep moving, pushing, testing you, until you finally stand your ground and say, I won't live your version of life. I live mine. Once you get clear, the world starts moving out of your way. Once you commit, the universe starts opening doors. You don't need permission. You need resolve. You don't need results yet. You just need to stop running. Think about Thomas Edison. Failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He said, I haven't failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work. That's what meaning does. It turns every failure into fuel. When you know your why, you can handle any damn thing. So stop waiting for perfect. Stop hoping for easy. This world won't hand you anything you're not willing to take by force. Ask yourself right now, is there something I care about so much I'd go through hell for it? That is your path. That's your meaning. Viktor Frankl said, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. You don't need a life that's always smiling. You need one where you can cry and still not quit. That kind of life, that belief in something worth enduring pain for, isn't religion. It's responsibility to yourself, to the version of you that refuses to go to the grave unfulfilled. Most people aren't defeated by failure. They're destroyed by delay. They die waiting to be ready, waiting to feel motivated, waiting for life to just ease up. Wake up. Nobody's coming to push you. Nobody owes you clarity. Nobody will hand you meaning. You go out and make it. Don't play the victim. You're the build. You're the one who decides if your life becomes a blueprint or a blank page. Yeah, you can blame your parents. You can blame the system. You can blame the economy. Or you can get up and do what you were born to do. Take what you've got and build something no one's ever seen.
So what if no one believes in you? So what if people laugh, criticize, misunderstand? You weren't put on this planet to be understood. You were put here to become undeniable. You're not losing because you're not talented. You're losing because your standards are too low. You're not stuck because of fate. You're stuck because you haven't gone all in. Let me say it straight. You're not failing. You're just being too damn nice to your excuses. That voice in your head saying, I'll start tomorrow, I'm just tired today. Maybe this isn't for me. That's the enemy. Not your boss, not the market, not society. That little voice, and every time you choose comfort over purpose, every time you scroll instead of build, you're feeding the voice that wants you to die unfulfilled. But every time you fight back, every time you rise early, push harder, move forward when no one's watching, you're building someone else. Someone better, someone unshakable. You're not running a sprint, you're building a life. And every decision you make is either a brick in your fortress or a crack in your foundation. You say you want freedom, then earn it. Not with hashtags, not with wishful thinking, but with hours no one sees, with sweat no one praises, with resilience no one applauds. Real freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's being strong enough to do what you must. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be relentless. Forget perfect. Forget polished. Forget ready. Are you hungry? Are you willing to bleed for the future you believe in? That's all that matters. You don't need the world's permission to go hard. You don't need a signal from the sky. You need a mirror and a decision. Who do you want to become? And what the hell are you waiting for? Stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Stop waiting for motivation. You are the motive. Stop waiting for change. Be the damn change. And one day when the dust settles, when the noise fades, when you finally hit that mountaintop that everyone said was impossible, you'll look down and you won't see the haters. You won't see the doubters. You'll see one thing. The version of you that never gave up, and you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because you earned every inch. That's what this is about. This isn't a game. This is your life. It's not dress rehearsal. It's the real thing. The clock is ticking. The story is writing itself, and you have the pen. So write something worth reading. Live something worth remembering. Become someone worth following. Don't just exist, ignite. Because if you don't, then all this pain, all this pressure, all this potential, it will rot. But if you do, then all this fire, all this fury, all this focus will turn into something the world has never seen. A life of meaning. Just like Viktor Frankl said, what matters is not what we expect from life, but rather what life expects from us. So show it right here, right now. You are not done, you are not broken, you are not late, you are becoming. And no one, not your past, not your pain, not your fears, gets to stop you now. Now go, burn, build. And don't come back until you've become everything they said you couldn't be. This is your time. Make it